Welcome everyone to an arena video. I'm Andrea Mengucci, and this video is sponsored to you by Wizards of the Coast and channelfireball.com. I'm just gonna challenge dropping bombs. And we go. Alright, let's go. Are we ready, guys? Let's win the die roll. Nope, lost the die roll. Alright, let's draw Venerated Loxodon. Being on the draw is kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal in this matchup. The yawning start, even though I took like a whole pot of coffee earlier. Oh, this is definitely a mulligan. This would have been a keep under normal circumstances, but against Mono Red, Adanto Vanguard is just so bad. Alright, we got Loxodon. We just have to look for lands here. Oh, the mulligan to 5. Now I kind of wish I'd taken the... Alright, that's a good one. I still have one Adanto Vanguard, but it's not that I really need to protect her. It depends. We'll see. Second mountain, and they attack. Alright, I don't understand why I shouldn't block. Why I shouldn't block? Alright. And land. That's nice. Nice to see. So I could attack first. No, actually don't. If they attack with the Elgito Lavaran, I'm gonna double block, probably. I don't know, let's see. They mulligan to 5, so... Alright, pay 3 mana to light up the stage. Maybe their next card is a land. I mean, the card in hand is a land, I mean. Alright, land. Off to light up the stage. It's pretty bad for them. Alright, and I'm gonna just go for History of Benalia here. And attack with my Vanguard. Because he's not doing much in defense. Obviously I should have attacked first, but whatever. That's not gonna block. And next turn I'm gonna go, hopefully, History Loxodon. They pay 4 mana, play Frenzy. Alright, I can definitely lose to that. Like, despite I'm just going big right now, they have Frenzy plus Timkin. So that could win games. Alright, so I'm gonna cast History here. And then I'll have 5 creatures, so then I can tap them all to cast my Loxodon. That should be pretty unbeatable play. Alternatively, I can pay mana and attack, but I don't think it's what I want to do. I just want to play History Loxodon. Open deck list is great, I agree. It just makes the viewing experience very, very good. Very good. And the spoiler things it counters is just a great thing for the game. You don't play Vanguard anymore. Unfortunately, you really need to play it right now. There's a lot of removal spell base deck. Alright, so they have a Frenzy and the Steamkin. So this could get ugly. So they start by shocking the Adanto Vanguard, and I think I'm just gonna let them do it. I don't want to start picking up damage off my Adanto Vanguard. That's usually one of the ways you lose. Alright, so the Steamkin plus Frenzy. That could really go off this turn. It doesn't matter how much they mulligan to. Alright, they flip Wizard's Lightning and the Steamkin. Alright, they play land from the top. Cool. Ready to draw Conclave Tribunal, though we scry the Conclave Tribunal to the bottom. Okay, they played that. Hopefully they're stopped. I don't know. If they find something on top of the deck that they can cast, this one goes to 3 and they have a Wizard's Lightning. Next turn, though, this will be 5-4. Unless they kill one with... I mean, again, if they have a spell on top of the deck, they can Wizard's Lightning. So if they have like a Lightning Strike, it's awful. Because they go... Alright, a Wizard's Lightning off the top for 1 mana? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this game. Pretty crazy how they're mulligan to 5 and had a very bad start. But Frenzy is just broken. The thing is that people play Chandra, which blows my mind. It's like... It's impossible. It's like if I replace, I don't know, if I'm my Sultai deck, I replace, I don't know, literally whatever. Like, find Finality with a Ritual of Sooth. Or, I don't know, what's the best card? I don't know. Craziest with Midnight Reaper. Alright, they want to trade here, and I'm gonna take it. Alright, let's try Tribunal, please. No Tribunal for me. Alright. So I'm attacking for 5 here. Attacking for 5. They'll take it. Then I'm gonna play Adanto Vanguard and Dauntless Bodyguard, pairing the Dauntless Bodyguard onto the Avanto Vanguard. So if my opponent flips a Chain Whirler, I can at least protect my Vanguard. Static Chaos Wrath or Ritual of Sooth? His risk factor is where it's at. I never believed it, but I'm glad that you that succeed with it, because, you know, it's cool. Alright. Steam is on 3 counters. They removed them. Alright, I don't know if they played already lands from the top, so I just... Basically what I have to do here is just hoping they hit the land from the top. It's basically where I am right now in this game. Or just to draw a Conclave Tribunal. Which, again, we scratch to the bottom, unfortunately. Yeah, I really don't understand it. It's so bad. It's just a... Alright. At this point, it might even be too late. Yeah, okay. Good game, good game, good game. Good game, Experimental Frenzy. Opponents only played 2. Unfortunately, drew the Frenzy instead of the Chandra. Alright, let's take a quick look at their sideboard. Alright, usually, the plan is to board in Buffligan, Tocatli, and Yajani for Adanto Vanguard, Dauntless Bodyguard, and a Plains. Does this change at all? I don't think it does. So let's just stick to the plan. Wait, sorry, Scammer Chasprint, not Bodyguard. Tocatli does Nombo with Loxodon, but that's fine, still a very good card. Black Blade is good. No, because you can't protect it. So you just play it, and first thing first, you can't play in some scenarios. And in some other scenarios, it's just you play it, they remove your creature, then attack it. Chandra is not bad, but Frenzy is better. Yeah, but it's just not a standard playable card. You like Unbreakable Formations? I did, but now why Weenie is not popular anymore. So I think there's not the need for that card anymore. I think Ajani is just slightly better as a main deck card, and as a sideboard card, we don't have the slot. Alright, we don't have a 1-drop, but that's fine. We boarded up 4 of them, so it's actually a likely thing. How did it go yesterday in the end? Oh, we finished 3rd on Tiebreaker. We finished 3rd on Tiebreaker. Our opponent is holding a shock here, which Tidetaker blanks very well. And the final was, the cut was just the top 2, so pretty much a bummer. Alright. Dauntless Bodyguard means that if our opponent has a Chain Whirler, it's fine. I mean, it's gonna be brutal, because they just get to kill our Dauntless Bodyguard for free, but we'll protect our Tidetaker. And if they don't have, you know, the Chain Whirler, then we can play Loxodon next turn. So it's a very good draw here. Alright, they do have Chain Whirler, which is unfortunate, but that's just the deck that we submitted. Alright, I have a couple of options. I could play Loxodon just to put a counter, or I could play History of Benalia. I think playing History makes the most sense. Just maximizing the tokens. Was in the final. It was Caleb Durwold and Jensen against a player that I didn't know, and Joe Larson. Yeah, 1-2 topper is actually pretty good. Alright, I got your Willer number 2, which it's okay, but not the end. Let's see if they have a land. They do. Do they also have a Skewer the Critics? Or Shock from a token? I guess they do have Shock. They held up Shock last turn. So they had a pretty good start, you know? Randomly Steam King, Chain Whirler, plus Shock. It's very hard to beat. Alright, so I'm gonna go Bodyguard, protecting this 3-3. Sorry, this 2-2, and then I'll play Loxodon. Because all these 2 creatures now becomes a 2 toughness, so they don't die anymore. To Chain Whirler, so I don't have to protect the 1-1 anymore. Next turn... no. Profumato TK. No, the final was Swedish team against American team. Playing Esper Midrange. Good luck. I'm sure there's plenty of streamers that are playing currently Esper Midrange. What do you think? I mean, it's a good deck. I don't think it's particularly good against Esper Control, and I want to be... And Esper Control, I think, is the best deck in the format. So I want to play a deck that's good against Esper Control. Deck. Let's show you the deck. Lightning Strike goes after my token, which we should have partnered, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna sacrifice it. No, it doesn't work. I don't understand why the key aren't working. That's awkward. Alright, I'm gonna sort it out later. Alright, so they pass the turn with double Chain Whirler up. We do have Baffling End for it. So we're gonna just go Baffling End and then attack with both. If they have a Shock, it's fine. They're gonna get me. But I can't play around everything. My Drake list is not very good against Esper. Definitely not very good against Esper. Alright, they draw Frenzy. Or maybe they had it in their hand, I don't know. What do you think about Naya Feather? I don't like it. Shock. From the top. That's pretty cool. Alright, another Baffling End. And then we attack for 5. But again, they could literally, you know, go off this turn. So we're just here hoping they fizzle. Hey, I watched your Miracles video with Narset. What do you think about the strongest... What do you think? It's... I don't know. Why do you have to answer that question? Alright, in the meanwhile, I'm gonna get destroyed once again by Frenzy. They're playing only 3 though, so I guess there's that. Tocatli right on time. Actually, yeah. If I arrived first. Yeah, I mean, Tocatli, it's somewhat good. Sure, they have like all the... Where are they? All the Chain Whirler, but we also have Loxodon. Will you play the banned list? No, I wouldn't. No. I didn't, like the problem with the banned list was it's not very good against Esper aggro, Esper hero. And I think that deck is very popular. I found some weakness in that matchup. Alright, we're most likely dead, but we do have a 2-2 and they're on 4. So if somehow they just go land off the top, and we chump block here, it's not lethal, we could win. I would have loved to draw a creature to at least block it, but let's see. I'm dead to literally and remove a spell on my flyer. Alright, good game. Legacy Dredge. It's a good deck. I don't particularly like comboing Legacy, but it's definitely a good deck. Alright, so I got destroyed very quickly. Alright. So challenge option, best of 3, coin flip, white weenie, let's go. And we're ready. Well, let me see what Yu is playing. So Yu is playing Duress Main. He's playing Esper Control. 2 Credit Carnarium, 3 Kaya's Wrath. Alright. I'll play first. And this hand is good. I'm gonna start with Snubborn. Snubber Sentry. I think the two damage on turn 2 are less relevant than giving indestructible to my creature. Post Kaya's Wrath. Alright, discard spell. No, search for Azcanta. Okay. Alright. On turn 3, I'll be playing a Venerated Loxodon, I think. Over History of Benalia. Because I prefer going History next turn. So if they have Kaya's Wrath, I'll just rebuild immediately with a token plus the Loxodon. So let's go. This turn, something happens. Next turn, I go History of Benalia. They go Kaya's Wrath. Next turn, I go... Alright, so I sacrifice this so they don't... I'm not sure if they gain life, though. Let's see if they gain life. They don't gain life, so that's cool. Alright, so as I said, I'm gonna go History now. Because the aforementioned reasons. They go Kaya's Wrath now. I'll lose my board. And then, the turn after, I'll get a token from the History. And I just can, if I draw land, I can just play Skymarch Aspirant Loxodon. Alright, so Kaya's Wrath happens. Let's draw a land. Alright. And this is the situation that I envisioned. Which is gonna need my opponent to play another Kaya's Wrath. Or it's pretty bad. Of course, if that happens, we lose. But that's, you know, the sequence that we wanna adopt against Esper Control. Which, as I said, I haven't found too many problems with. Alright, I'm gonna start with the Tide Taker. So if they want to play anything, they need to play in response right now. Also, I don't need to go in City's Blessing, because my one only card that cares about City's Blessing is gone. Having Fly here, it's totally irrelevant. So opponent is now taking 7, down to 10. I prefer just keeping this land in my hand. Opponent might just Thoughtseize me next turn. Okay, 4 cards in their bin. Alright, I decided not to graveyard the top card. And what is it? What isn't Huey? I hope they have a bunch of duresses. Alright, the Fairy Time Reveler. Luckily, they decided to rescue my token earlier. Alright, I bounced the Kaya's. Oath of Kaya. Sure, do they have a land? They do. Alright, so that's cool. They can do the thing where they kill my creature and gain 3 life. Unfortunately, Jolinja's landing now. Last turn would have been better. And they need to attack them. Because I don't want to attack Teferi, because Kaya's Wrath, Oath of Kaya means that they gain 2 life. So I'll put them down to basically lethal, but of course something will happen and it's not going to be lethal anymore. But I mean, we have a 4/4. They do have Eldest, 2 copies of Eldest Reborn in their deck. Alright, they graveyard the Absorb. Let's see, we have 7 damage into play. They could plus the Fairy and Thought Eraser on my draw step, which could be relevant. Alright, I go for second step the main phase, which is very good because the Loxodon was the main source of damage. And then I think, okay, they go Thought Erasure. And then I think I have to attack the Fairy though. Because I can't afford the Fairy to just go up and bounce my Vampire. So since I'm since I'm not lethal anymore next turn, I'm just gonna go for it now. And did they top it? Okay, they top it. We should be losing this game. Yeah, it would bounce the Oath indeed. Alright. I do have an Ajani in my deck, so I'm not gonna give up. They've already played 2 copies of Wrestling Contempt. They have 3, I think. They have 3. If I draw Ajani, would be a pretty good draw. Alright, Canister's Insight, overlooking the top 2 with Azcanta. Top 4 is Azcanta. It's weird, but that's fine. So 4 mana output, draw another land, and this should probably be it. For the way they... it's weird, they can't activate Azcanta. Because of the Tide Taker. Alright, so... they could have Moment of Craving, or they just forgot about the Tide Taker. But I don't think they can get punished at any point in this game. Okay. It's gonna sacrifice a Tide Taker. So I'm still on 2 creatures. I would have loved to draw a creature so that it could at least flip the landing. Flipping landing is very important in this matchup. Alright, another Plains. I think another Plains will seal it. And our head explodes. Post side, we're gonna cut some lands. 1. And I'm gonna cut a couple of Banish Marshal and this number Sentry for the 4 Planeswalkers. And that's my sideboard plan. Very, very straightforward. There's some consideration in he cutting... oh, let's see his sideboard, honestly. Let's see his sideboard. So his sideboard is... a bunch of creatures. So I'm definitely gonna keep in all my... ooh, the 4th Gaia's Wrath. Wow. I'm definitely gonna keep in all the creatures. All the Conclave Tribunal. They don't have... wow. They don't have Thief of Sanity. Wow. It's very impressive to me. Alright. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Alright, come on, Yui. I guess Yui has a very hard sideboard. There's a lot of one-offs over here. Hostage Taker is good against us, but not particularly good. Vona needs an answer. Lyra needs an answer. I guess Lyra is not that good against this new white Weenie with all the 1/2 tapper. You think it's good for any situation? I don't think it's good for any situation, because if your opponent has creatures to attack it, you can't play it. So that's a situation where it's not good. Alright. This set has all the sideboard, but also has 1 lands only. So I'm gonna mulligan it. And this set is much better. And by much better, I mean much better now that we have a 2nd land on top. Yeah, Demystifies for Simic Nexus. It's basically like a 1 mana Vindicate against that deck. Alright. We got our Adanto Vanguard down. If we draw a land here, we can go that and that. Or we didn't. I'm still gonna go for a Lorune Enforcer because... yes, they have 4 Kaya's Wrath in their deck. And 2 Crowded Carnarium, but... it's basically what I sign up for when I play with this deck. Is just play my cards into their stuff if they have them. Alright, they don't have double black, so that's a start. I'm gonna play Dauntless Bodyguard first. They could have Absorb. Alright, do you think, guys, that he has Absorb? I think he might, so I'm just gonna attack with all and pass here. Usually, you wanna jam into open mana on 4, not on 3. Alright, so they kill my bodyguard. They're on 10. So Kaya's Wrath incoming. I'll pay for life. And hopefully draw land so I can cast my history. Which, again, there's like history and Adanto plays very well into Kaya's Wrath. And since I'm on the play, this Loxodon get a little bit like left over. No, Chandra is not good against white. Alright. So I'm just gonna attack with all. They're probably just Wrath Contempt the Adanto Vanguard. And then I'm just gonna play my rest of the hand into their Kaya's Wrath. So if they have Kaya's Wrath, I'll lose. If they don't have Kaya's Wrath, they'll lose. But remember, they drew 13 cards, 1 Kaya's Wrath already. Drawing 2, it's fine. I mean, as I said, it's basically what you sign up for with this deck, but it's not really that likely. Alright, so we're left with nothing. And Liliana will, let's see, if I draw Conclave Tribunal, alright, I'm just gonna explode here. Went a crisp 0-4 in the tournament. I didn't want to give up that one. That was, you know. Alright, change my mind now. We need to be playing some small white creatures. Some small white creatures. Waiting on my opponents. We're on the draw. We white. And we got a one-lander, which cannot be kept. Which cannot be kept. So here it goes, our 7 cards. We could be keeping this against the control deck. Oh, what was she playing? I don't even know. Not that it's relevant, but... Alright, she is playing Mono Red. Alright. I guess. Let's hope she's playing Chandra, though. Woo! She's not playing any copy of Experimental Frenzy. That's such a good news. That's such a good news. Any copies of Experimental Frenzy. It's like the best news possible. Alright, let's start with a trade because they might have a light up the stage. Oh, these mountains are cool. M19. Alright, I'm gonna play my Adanto Vanguard, hoping to not get Chain Whirlered. There's no link to the Sultai deck lists. I posted on Twitter some time ago, but I don't think it's out there. I just basically brewed it like this morning or last morning, something like that. Alright, the attack, I'm offering the block here and not regenerating, or whatever it is. Alright, more Viashino's Pyromancers. I am down to 16 life. Okay, let's go history. Do they play Chain Whirler? They are, okay. Alright, my dude dies. 4th land. So good that I know that they can't play a whatever it's called. Alright, so they don't have Chain Whirler, so I'm just gonna go for Conclave Tribunal on the Steamkin. Yeah, I'm gonna tap this just in case they draw Chain Whirler. I still have a blocker for the Viashino Pyromancer. I'm gonna just kill this because they can't go off with something like light up the stage and such. And also they don't have Frenzy, so the only target for my Tribunal is exactly Chain Whirler and Steamkin. So we're in the top deck situations where we both have basically the same permanence, because this Urbanite doesn't do anything. But I'm on 12, they're on 20, and their deck is burn. So I wouldn't say we're in a good spot here. I would definitely not say that. Because that deck is playing 2 risk factors, so. They definitely want to go upstairs with their burn spells. I haven't tried the Wanderer because this deck, this tournament you have to submit the deck. But it's quite funny that I'm playing against another Mono Red, so. Alright, so block this, mainly because of light up the stage, but also because I'm on 12. Do they have a Chain Whirler? If they do, it's gonna be rough. We need to draw Conclave Tribunal in that case. Or they just pass, so we're just gonna keep on getting in. Alright, Skymarch Aspirant's dead. I want to draw Venerated Loxodon. That's the card I want to draw. I thought playing the ladder. Yeah, I was playing in the ladder because I basically was losing very fast. Alright, Muffin Pie. What do you have for me? Oh, I have to change the record. Since I am indeed 0-2, even though it's... Kind of awful to show that, but you know, that's just truth. It can't go right every time. Yesterday we did place third in the Twitch rivals, so a little bit of humble bragging. I think it's needed. Yesterday the Twitch rivals was a cool event. All right, let's top that. Basically, what we want to draw here is Venerated Loxodon or Easter of Benalia. Or more one. Strain HS. I would suggest you to check channelfireball.com every day of your life since forever you'll play Magic, because that's the best website for Magic. And guess what? I just wrote an article about Bunt Midrange there. Where can you watch the Twitch rivals? Can I answer you on Twitch? Or that'd be little obvious. I don't know. In my VODs for sure. Alright, so they're playing the Skewer Creatures from my hand. And what do I draw? I draw 1 mana 0/3. Not the greatest. There's no point in playing these planes because I'm not gonna get into Serious Blessing soon. The Twitch rivals was there indeed. Alright, so I need to draw the... Alright, I need to draw either a Loxodon for this Chain Whirler or a Conclave Tribunal. You're welcome, Vunzia Beaver. Alright, I draw Wizard's Lightning, which will make my head explode, it looks like. Because I go down to 3. I guess I can draw Conclave Tribunal. Go to 1. And literally die to anything. Alright, draw land, so that's good. And draw Tidetaker. Okay. If that top of the deck is 11 lands, we could win the game. I don't know if you guys remember, but I actually did a game like this. Where my opponent... Where I said something like that, and my opponent just literally drew like 5 lands in a row with mono red, and I managed to win. It's not gonna happen this game. Alright, on to game 2, where we board in... We already learned the sideboard, because we've played against mono red, I don't know, 6 times on this stream. Really wish I would play Sultai. I would have, you know, had a better time on these matchups. So we're going to Scamarch Aspirants, Adanto Vanguard, and 1 Plains for Ajani, 4 Bufflingen, and 4 Tocatli Honor Guard. Gideon Blackblade is not good. Actually, though, we might be... could be good against this version. Let me check her... They have Legion War Boss, which is probably gonna board in. No, oh, they have Frenzy post sideboard. Oh, yeah, we should have won game 1. All right, yeah, life total, life link still not important. No, Elephant is the best card in the deck. It's like one of the best cards, not only in the deck, just in standard. So I would never do that. Gideon is good on the play. I don't know. I just think that Gideon is a card where. Its main upside is that it gains you a bunch of life. Because, like, being a 4/4, it's relevant. But the fact that they can attack it, it's awful. Ajani is very important. Ajani is very important in the deck. You guys saw it at some point I was playing, and Ajani was basically holding the team. Like, making so that Chain Whirler is not that good. Making so that you just have card advantage. It's just a very, very important role in a matchup like this. Because this matchup is gonna go very long. Because they're gonna kill all your creatures and you need Planeswalker to get value. And the problem with Gideon is that it doesn't get value. It's just a dirtling 3 mana 4/4. How do you streamers protect it from hand leak? We don't. The streamers are not protected from hand leak. But the word of the streaming is trying to build this community of people that don't snipe, I would say. I think it's working pretty well. I would say that, I don't know, for example, my friends over here are just not stream sniping anymore. Whereas back in the day on Magic Online, the thing, there was a lot of stream sniping because we were playing for money. Whereas on Arena, you just literally play for nothing. You just play for placement in the ladder, which is the same as nothing. Alright, so Ajani comes in, and we could either reanimate something, but I'm just gonna put a counter on this number sentry, because I don't want to let my Ajani die to a shock. Because Tocatli is cool, but it's not as important. We're not playing against Sultai. Can I ask you a question? I mean, you already said that, so go for it. Alright, I think I'm not gonna minus once again. I'm just gonna stick my Ajani around, and it's gonna be very important, because the ultimate is game win. And, they have to, how do you say, respect it now. It's on 6. So they play Chain Whirler, it goes to 5. Whoever moves up for Chain Whirler. We draw another land. We should really draw some spells, my friends. It's not that easy to win when it's going like this. We have drawn basically 8 lands every game thus far on this mono white stream. Our opponent stopped on 3 on the other hand. We have the same amount of lands. And this is the thing, screw against Flood. Alright, so they pass. I draw Baffling Hand. Ajani goes up. Submit 0, and then I'll pass the... Alright, Ajani goes to 4. And Ajani goes to 2. And Experimental Frenzy. And... and we lose. All the games are going the same. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think it's a bad matchup at all. But I mean, after losing literally every round, I might change my mind, but I don't think it's a bad matchup. Yeah, so much damage absorbed, but it's not about the matchup. It's about the card advantage. They have a Experimental Frenzy, and we just have a Ajani. So eventually, we will lose the fight. We do have 3 Conclave Tribunal for the Frenzy. Experimental Frenzy is not enough worth to bring in Domestify. I guess that'll mean that there's more games to play with Sultai, right? Alright, I am going to play a little bit more and then explode next turn, probably. The problem with Frenzy is that not only they're gaining value, the meanwhile they're drawing cards. So even if you answer Frenzy, then they have like a stacked hand. Wow, that's a long question. But I have time here. Winning condition isn't important. Winning in Magic, like winning condition is not important. Because what happens is that you have basically you just lock the game and then you win somehow. All right, let's keep on sultang people, cause the Fandom Legend event. I'm just gonna cut the record and just pretend it's not happening, cause we are 0-3, actually 0-6 in games. I don't think I've ever been destroyed so much. Cookies. All right, let's go. Let's roll, Crookies. So we're playing White Weenie now. If you go exclamation mark deck, another deck is gonna pop up, cause it's a Sultai deck that a lot of people wanted me to know. Cause I'm kind of talking a little bit shit about this deck, but let's try our best to win for honor. We're just playing for literal honor right now. I mean, I wouldn't say we got unlucky. We finished 3rd on tiebreakers. It's still a pretty good record. In this chat, only one Boo Boo. Yeah, we have Poo Boo and Kazem Boo Boo. There's a lot of Boo Boo over here. Alright, I'm gonna start with this. Oh, actually, I don't know what's my opponent playing. Again, not that I particularly care, but might as well. It's free. Alright, what are they playing? They're playing Mirror Match. Mirror Match, but with the Splash for Teferi. And they already took 2 damage. So, as you can see, we're already ahead. And I'm not gonna attack, because if I attack, what happens is that I take a damage, but I gain it back because I don't want to trade. So it's basically like we are just basically taking the damage for free. Yeah, but you know, tiebreakers is a thing. Someone has to take it. If you reconsider the deck to use at the MPL, Ooh, Kazem Boo Boo. Kazem Boo Boo gifted sub to Boo Boo. That's funny. That's funny. Now we have two Boo Boos with the. By the way, guys, with two Boo Boos with the from Boo Boo to Boo Boo, exactly. Do you guys hear the sub meme, the notification thing? All right, this was a good draw. I think we have all the tools to win this game. Hey Mangu, from what match does the sub alert come from? No? No? Is it because of my volume? Alright, I guess I'll do this. I invite this Boo Boo love. Alright. Boo Boo Bomber, now you can use some now you can go to some other streamers and use the food emojis. What is it? The food emojis. The food emojis that we got. Alright, so opponent add. And what's your current record? Better not tell you. It's better not to tell you. It's better if we don't tell you, Genocito. Genocido. Okay, so on top draw. It's a land. So I can go Banalish Marshal. Conclave Tribunal. Actually, do I want to cast Conclave Tribunal? No, let's just top the team. This Genocido should be the first game win of the tournament. And you would wonder, how long has the tournament been up for? And I've been answering you 3 hours. So that isn't a good place to be. Against the only other player with no wins, which happens to be a mono white deck. Does this tell you something, guys? What do you guys learn from this stream? What did you guys learn from this stream? When you go home and say, I've learned a thing, Mom. That Alright, but we're gonna give the best. If we finish 2 and 3, it's still a reasonable result. Yeah, white is not good against red. We also learned that, I guess. Mono white is just bad. Yeah, if you wanna go to some Twitch chat streamer and just say, isn't mono white unplayable now? Alright, so how long can you stall the done message against Nexus? What's that? Alright, so they played Banage Marshall. I'm going to... So, the problem is that I have to think about this game and I really don't want to think. I really just want to play my cards and just win. Can I do that? So they can click Tribunal here. I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. I'm very close to just kill them with Flyer so that I don't have to think. Lethal? Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, 3. And I think I'll tap this bodyguard. 4. Play Tribunal. And I'll attack with a Flyer and pass the turn. Didn't you have lethal that way? What was the way? They get 2 lies there. So we're just attacking with this. I don't think I want to attack with more. Because that could just double block. I'm just going to do this and pass. 1. How did it go yesterday? It went well. We finished 3rd. Winning a bunch of money, but unfortunately we didn't make the final. The cut was on top 2. So how did it go, guys? Did we play? I just think that, you know, playing these events, you really get a lot from the chat. I think chat really helps you. Like, I don't understand those people. They're like, oh, no, yeah, I don't want to play with chat. I'm going to play delay. I'm like, what? Chat's great. Other than those people that just come in and tell your deck sucks, everyone else is great over here. We even have the boat now going on. Alright, and they decided to explode. Alright, mono white. I'll start the plan against mono white is cutting a plains for a Danto Vanguard and a couple of Dauntless Bodyguards. We're gonna bring in 3 Domestify and 4 Baffling End. And that is gonna be the sideboard. Wasn't Tribunal on Vampire lethal? Maybe? Should I read the chat? Am I know what's in opponent hand? No. Come on, that will never do that. He's in Baffling and unplayable. It's... yeah. It's as unplayable as Sultai. For some reason, the cat just threw itself into the door. Scared me. Isn't Rigatoni unplayable? Rigatoni is actually kind of pasta that... it's... I'm not a fan. It's just big, heavy. It just takes all the sauce. I don't know. I just like to take the sauce with the bread at the end. Alright, so my opponent's sideboard is 4 Domestify, 4 Buff again, so we might just... oh, they have 1 Unbreakable Formation. Alright, that's cool. Hello, Andrea, you are great. Thank you. Spaghetti overrated? You think so? I really like spaghetti. No, it's not that I mean, yeah, let's just say that. Let's just take the stand. I don't like rigatoni, okay? I'm just gonna say it. I think there's way better kind of pasta. Rigatoni is like... big. It's too big, in my opinion. Alright, I gotta keep this one lander. Yeah. How do you feel about Angel Air? What is it? Spaghetti d'Angelo. I don't remember what is it. I'm gonna just Google it since like this matchup doesn't mean anything, basically. Spaghetti d'Angelo. Huh. It's like a small tagliatelle, right? Yeah, I would say it's fine. I prefer tagliatelle though, because my grandmother cooks tagliatelle very well, I would say. Sorry, makes, just handmade. She hand makes tagliatelle very well. So I would say that I just prefer those. I think at this point we can just start talking about food. Capelli d'angelo sono quelli della nonna. Yeah, I do have a picture of my grandmother's tagliatelle. On Twitter, probably. So let me just get it. Meanwhile, our opponent is gonna attack with all. Flip the thing. So we could block. I don't think I want to. I just have this buffling again next turn on the thing. Alright. I'm gonna just have to scroll a lot because I tweet a shit ton. But I'll eventually find it. Come on. Where are you, tagliatelle? Alright. We also have to make a play because our opponent is maybe waiting on us. Alright, so let's make this play. I could have also played Banage Marshal and Conclave Tribunal. Maybe that would have been better. I could play Conclave Tribunal, but I think our opponent doesn't really have much to go on. So I'm just going to pass the turn here. Still scrolling down. Looking for my tagliatelle. So I'm not reading the chat. If you guys are very important questions. Alright, there they are. These are my grandmother's tagliatelle. As you can see, they're thick. They're a little bit thick. You know. And this was the cook, the tagliatelle. Al ragu. So a little bit of Mengucci cuisine going on here. Alright, they're attacking with a team. And I think it's time to block. So this one's paired with this. So I could go something like this. And then just sacrifice this to give this indestructible. Yeah, I'll do that. If they had unbreakable formations, would have played first. So I'm not reading chat, sorry now, if you say a lot of good things about the Tagliatelle there, or if you're asking a lot of strategy questions. In your opinion, Tutor Fairy to Narset, better than 4 accumulated knowledge? I don't know. I just did 1 league. Don't think that I'm, Alright, Easter of Benalia, that's a good one. And you don't really want to conclave the Tribunal of the Easter of Benalia. Oh, why? Just tell me that I would have drawn the Lockstone. I wouldn't have double blocked there. Come on, deck. Just tell me first. I would say no. I would say just Narset. Small Teferi is probably not good. I just said not too good. Oh, of course al dente. What's even question? That's not even a question. Soft pasta only at the hospitals. Soft pasta. You can manage to eat soft pasta only at the hospitals or at people with more than 80 years. Alright, they drew Baffling End, which was not a bad draw. I'll block this guy and take 3. This will attack for 4, but I think it's enough to just Baffling End it. Your Grandpa 93 still eats al dente. I agree. I mean, you have to have teeth though, right? Because if you don't have teeth, it must be a little bit harder. You watch an Italian Dark Soul, and it doesn't make al dente. It's probably not real Italian. It's probably like one of those Americans that say, I'm Italian, but, you know, they're just, their grandfather of 100 years ago was Italian. Alright. Yeah, play 3-3 for 3. Come va Modern? What's the question? What about the matchup against Mono White and Bant Midrange? Go Gunners. What's Gunners? Alright, what happened? They tapped my creature and attacked for 3. Okay, so he's really Italian, but he doesn't like it. Alright, Easter of Banana, I think, will seal the deal. Alright. This game was probably played pretty poorly, but I was too focused on showing the real important things, which are my grandmother's tagliatelle. This is the real important thing. What about the DCI forward are confident and DCI Blaustein Meyer? I kind of hate that they're signed. Honestly, when I bought them, I didn't think they were signed, but that's what happens. Sometimes you buy things and there's something else arrives, but just because I'm sloppy. Arsenal. Alright, whatever. Maybe the setup run isn't correct, but let's just roll. At this point... Alright, we play first. 3 lands, 4 spells, but one of the spell is Venerated Lockstone. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, yes, yeah, I was saying this. Yesterday, I don't know if you watched the Twitch Rivals, but it was a stage where I was live for 10 hours, and I was like the tiredest person ever, and I decided to just start trash-talking my opponents, and just play sloppy. And I think that was the best part. Have you ever been to an Olive Garden? I wasn't. Do you play multiplayer Commander? I don't. Anyone in the chat can remember an MTG card woman? No, I can't. I'm about to go get some food. Thanks to Andrea Mengucci for the inspiration. You're welcome, Philibin, Fubulutup. How many minutes the best pasta al dente? It's not a minute. It's not about a minute, vulnerable god. It's not about a minute. You have to taste it and see when it's al dente. You don't have to have the concept of time. You just have to put your pasta into the water when the water is boiling, and after that you have to taste it. You taste it, and when it's done... Alright, what's my sequence here? Just these two here. Yeah, just these two, so that if they have a baffling end, I'm still able to play Luxlon next turn. When it's done, you do it. It's not about time. It's a feeling. Can this become a cooking stream? Honestly, I'm not a cooker. I just have the basic knowledge. Knowing how to make pasta for an Italian is like, I don't know, a kangaroo to jump. It's basically you born and you just jump. And for an Italian it's the same. An Italian borns? An Italian borns and then they just jump. It's basically that. Alright. We managed to win the Battle of 03 thanks to our expertise in drawing more than one land. He's born. Yeah, that's the thing. He's born. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but yeah. Do you play multiplayer deck? What do you think about the format? Honestly, I don't play it, but just because my players... I remember when I was at the beach, you know, like 4 or 5 years ago, I was playing Prosh. That was my commander. I also played 2v2. 2 versus 2. I was playing that format as well. That was cool. Alright. Just gonna tap my creatures. And pass the turn. That trophy in the back, indeed. Depending on the type of pasta. Yeah, it really depends on the kind of pasta. I mean, sometimes I see people reading on the pasta how much time it says. But... Alright. I would love if opponent head would explode. So we could go get back play some Sultai. Also, that would also mean that I would win a round today. Which is very exciting. When the dark goes down. Oh, now that you said Is Born, I can't stop thinking about A Star Is Born from Lady Gaga. Alright, I'm gonna kill this enchantment so my opponent does not have a second land. 2 minutes later, what's written. Yeah, I would say that. So you basically read what's written, then 2 minutes after you taste it. Sorry, 2 minutes before the end, you taste it. Do you still like Blue-Black Shadow in Legacy? No, it's been a long time since I don't like that deck anymore. The rise of Blue-Red Delver. Shake that Nissa. Alright, Sky Blitz. I'm ready, sorry about that. Okay, I challenged you. Sky Blitz. It's a pretty cool name, Sky Blitz. Sky Blitz. Alright, what are they splashing blue for? Crazes. Smart. Alright, so they have no sweepers. Oh, yeah, fine idea. Do they have black? No, they have no sweeper. Did it start? Oh, it starts. Alright, we got lands and spells. All ready to roll. 3 Llanowar Elves? They just felt like it. They just went like, you know what? I don't want to draw 2 Llanowar Elves. I'm gonna play 3. Oh, it's Blitz? I prefer Blitz, though. It looks cooler. Sky Blitz. Isn't it cooler? Life-sized Velociraptor. His name? She's a girl. So her name, it's now Sky Blitz. That's official. Alright, let's double 2-drop. Mono Savannah Alliance here. Don't worry, Lorecraft. Good morning. See, good morning. Good night, Joshua Arendier. We are over here casting 2/1s for 1. Whereas our opponent fire for 1. I thought she was Blitz too. Yeah, I did thought the same. Maybe Sky Blitz was already taken. Oh, that's a big boy. What does this do? Wow, that's cool. If I activate this, they draw a card. Alright, too bad that we won't. We'll just play Loxodon here. And take that, Mr. Ronick Armazor. Blitz means lightning. Yeah, which in Italy means like when like police does a blitz. It's like they entered into something. the police. Alright, they play a top land and Gruul Spellbreaker. Usually White Weenie is very good against Gruul. But today we are ready to lose to literally anything. Alright, so let's play a Planeswalker. I think I want to defend here. I want to defend myself here. So I'm just going to put counters on these things. And I don't want to attack. I have 9 permanents currently. Yeah, a raid, exactly. So basically, I just hope my opponent doesn't kill my creatures, so that I can just get to the city's, the city's blessing and then attack on the air. I say blitz. Blitz. Alright, there's an Anarch of Bolas. He's pretty good. Now I can fight to kill literally anything they want. And I can also trade, so my city's blessing is going away. My city's blessing. I know this is kind of awkward because I don't want to sacrifice this because they draw a card because of the Runic Armazor. Alright. Let's do fights. That's also want to attack with a Gruul Spellbreaker? Let's see. No, they don't. Alright. Still far away, not far, but like slightly far away from the city's blessing. Which is awkward. Alright. Do they have Lightning Strike in their deck? They have no spells. Just Banefire. 1 Domri. Alright. They could have Sarkhan to activate Domri though. And I can't fly currently. But the Ajani will go up, definitely. I don't wanna put him down. If I put him down though, if I put the Ajani down, I get City's Blessing. I think that's worth it, right guys? I think that's worth it. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I think I want to be blessed right now. Because now that I have the City's Blessing, I can't kill the Domri so that they can't go Sarkhan and attack my Ajani. Really good, says Lorecraft. Thank you, Lorecraft. Polizia Carabinieri. No, I think they're roughly the same. Maybe there's like something small. Something small, like our Prime Minister likes to wear a hoodie from the Polizia, not the Carabinieri. But other than that, I think it's roughly the same. Like if you call Polizia or Carabinieri, they will do the same things. Alright. So I think what happens here is that these are larger than the Phoenix. And attack them. The thing is that now maybe I just want to defend also from the Phoenix. So what I'm going to do is just cast a Banach Marshal. Yeah, what happens here is a win soon, I agree, but I still have to get there. So I'm going to put a counter here and where else? Just on the Sky Marchers, just grow them through the roof. I think so. And I can't attack. Maybe I can attack with a Loxodon. But that would just double block. I just basically can't attack with anything. Ajani is very good. Alright, great. Massian is just helping us out. Polizia is State Department, Carabinieri is Military Department. Alright, so they get their dragon. Alright, Sarkhan could have probably been the worst thing to happen to us. I guess also Hydroid Crazes would have been pretty bad. Alright, Lowered Enforcer, that's nice. Alright, what are we gonna do? I definitely cast my whole hand, but where are the tokens going? Because I could pump the Skymarch Aspirant. So if they double block here, I can't kill both. But they just reanimate their Phoenix afterwards, which sucks. I think I just don't want to do that. I'm just gonna pump my Flyers once more. And just call it and just pass the turn. I'll probably just pump a Loxodon. I think a 7/6 is large enough. I have the Low Rune Enforcer now to top the Phoenix. It's a lot of large creatures into play. I eventually one-shot them. Might just be the very next turn. What is Yarmazor for? Just a big dude that fights with Domri, I assume. Alright, they drew Chandra. They were Hellbent. So Chandra is definitely a fine draw. Into Gruul Spellbreaker. Alright. And the Sarkhan activates a bunch of flyers, but my flyers are too large. I eventually can just reanimate this as well, but I guess the Ajani is threatening the ultimate at some point. In 2/3 is gonna be brutal. Yeah, because the Banish Marshal and this are also knights. Alright, opponent passes. I draw a Bodyguard, which I'll play and pair it with my bigger Aspirant. Oh wait, Aspirant is already paired. So I'm just gonna pair with the other Aspirant. So the both of my Aspirant are now protected. And I'll just pump with the Ajani. Probably like this Aspirant and maybe just a token. Just to diversify my threats. And pass the turn. They don't have any sweeper with no deck lists. So we're not afraid of any top deck here. I guess Droid Crazes might be annoying, but other than that, it'll be fine. You don't understand Bent Midrange. I mean, it's a deck. It's a deck with ups and downs. It is pretty good against Nexus and Esper. Alright, so they could get in one of the flyers. I'm gonna tap down the Phoenix, though. Ooh, they draw a card. I forgot about it. Alright. I can't tap down the token, but yeah. This should be lethal now. So how many attackers we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 attackers. Do they have any instants in their deck? They don't have any instants. So we have 10 attackers. 3, 6, 9, 10. They have 4 blockers. So they block the 4 larger and they take an infinite amount of damage. Probably the largest amount of damage that you could see in a normal game of Magic. So yeah, I'm just gonna attack with the team now. Is the place. I was actually pretty afraid. I was kind of like, what the fuck is just happening? But then I read it well and I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oof. I was very afraid here, guys. Oof. Oof. I kind of got like, kind of an heart attack, maybe? I don't know, I've never had something like that in a while. Alright. Minus 22. We probably had lethal last turn, but didn't care, because we know their list doesn't punish us. So, they're playing in sideboard some more creatures. Do we want to have Baflingan against them? I definitely want to have Yajani. A Tocatli Honor Guard? Baflingan I think is good. I'm gonna probably just sideboard in like Gruul. Where I want all the Baflingans. And the Ajani. And I board out Skymarch Aspirant. Tidetaker. A Plains like always. And 1 Easter of Benalia. Gideon Blackzord only playable in the sideboard. No, I don't think Tidetaker is good. Why is it good? They have such large creature. No, I definitely don't like Gideon in this matchup. Wow, there's already been a 2-0. Wow. What was Trudon playing? Grew midrange. Wow. Yellow Hat just got owned in a good matchup. That's pretty brutal. Their only black money is Paradise Druid. Oh yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think about it. Thank you very much, Paul Sevier. No, what was it? Who said that? Whoever said that. They have access to Find Finality. Because I thought they didn't, but they do instead. Alright, I'm offering the trade here. Because I'm expecting them to cast the Planeswalker next turn. You like Gideon overall? I'm not a fan. Alright, so now either Nissa or Sarkhan will come. Hopefully it's Nissa. Because it just makes a 3-3, which can't block my Adanto Vanguard. Do they have Vivian Reed? Or Runic Armasaur? Alright. It's a big-tailed boy. Alright. Runic Armasaur are very annoying against us, guys. Also, the 4 life from Adanto Vanguard gets countered. Oh, Venerated Loxodon. Venerated Loxodon. Hello, Skyblitz. How is it going? Do you have Banefire? Alright. I trust Nubby Sentry, which is not bad, not bad. Alright, let's get rid of this 2-5. I don't think I care about their mana base. I just get rid of the 2-5, play Low Rune Enforcer, and attack for 3. Just gonna keep them playing whatever they want to play. Eventually they'll draw lands. I just wanna get rid of a 2-5, which is very annoying. Buffled the big dinosaur. The big dinosaur have been buffled. Have been successfully buffled. The Buffle Dinosaur. The Dino Buffle. Alright, so they could cast... Planeswalkers. So if I go Marsh... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Buffle the Runic Armasaur again. Two-5, it's annoying, also doesn't make me tap. Because, like, you know, I can tap, I can... What's called? Pay for life. Like, if they tap out to play any Planeswalkers... Like, that's the problem with Planeswalkers, right? Is that if you play against white, I can pressure them a lot. Like, I don't want to say that Gideon is this the reason why it's bad, but, like, sometimes Gideon doesn't protect itself. Stream is just laggy. Oh, it might be. I see very low number of FPS on Twitch. Yeah. Sorry, my friends. I guess it's just how it goes today. It'll be back. It'll be back soon. Just stay with me. Just stay with me. Just hear my voice. I'll talk. They're killing our Banalish Marshal. It's dead. Follow the light. Llanowar Elves. ASMR. Adanto Vanguard. Attack for 6. Or maybe 7. Because his Paradise Druid might as well just attack for 7. Nice voice. Actually, I don't like my voice too much. Ooh, Nissa finally comes down. I'll tap literally anything. I can't tap anything with this tapper. The worst tapper ever. Planes. Come on, let's not lose this game. Alright, let's go face, because face is the place. And, yeah, I mean... That's just it. Face is the place. 3-3 is gonna be a pain. I agree. I agree. Also, life, I think, with these guys. Woke up kitties. The kitties. My kitty recently just knocked himself on the door. I don't know what happened. He just ran into the door. That just happened. Never seen anyone do something as stupid, but I guess maybe kids do that too. All right, so they go to 3. It's not a lot of life, opponent. No, it's around. I don't wanna bother. What up? What up, Gucci man? Gucci man. Alright, they're floating mana, which means that they're casting something big. Why not tap the defending land before attacking? Unfortunately, this isn't Gideon's tapper. It has a pretty big restriction cost. It says mana cost 2 or greater. But I would love to. Trust me. Nice. Oh, I thought it was 2 or less. The power? No. This was designed to not tap a mass token in limited. That's basically what it was. Yeah, whatever. What was it designed for? Alright, let's get rid of this car over here. And let's shake this gargoyle. And this one too. And let's touch on this Nissa. On the leaves as well. Here. The corral gets out. Alright. They're tapping mana. They're tapping mana. Mono blue or mono red? Mono red. Especially if you compare against mono white, because as we saw today, you wreck it. Ooh, that's good. Why did it take so long? What does... Alright. They animate a land. Tap your feet. Take my turn. Dauntless Bodyguard. They're on 3 life. The problem is, if I... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sacrifice the Dauntless Bodyguard instead of paying 4 life. So what I'm doing here... They're not dead, by the way, guys. They're not dead. Because now I have to sacrifice a Bodyguard. Interesting. It's actually rough now. Trade. Because if I sacrifice this, I'm just dead on board. I'll probably just put myself dead on board paying these 4 lives. Can I go back? No? Alright, then I need to chump block. Just sacrifice the Bodyguard. Pretty funny, my opponent's not having any land, but they're probably gonna kill me here. Because they activate this other land, I tap this, then I have to chump block. Then they have blockers, because this one gets vigilance. Ooh, they draw a spell. I'll lose this game, guys. I'll lose this game. Because tokens have vigilance. It plays their role very well. Ooh, they're tapping up. Mekoyoni. Act first. I don't know why they didn't. Alright, go to 3. And I don't think I have any out now. Alright, good game. Alright, I think I want Easter into play. Alakata Najani. Tide Taker. I thought they were both out. Turns out it was already still in. Supporting the 2-drop. Actually, this one's very good. Because it flies. Put out of these. Let's put out one of the 1-2 because it doesn't top a bunch of stuff from our opponent. It only tops their Kingdom Phoenix. It doesn't top like the Planeswalker token, the Nissa lands, the Grew Spellbreaker, it doesn't tap, the Paradise Druid. Don't worry, Goblin Sonic. It's better. It's better. This is the last game. Opponent. Better luck than good. That mentality is a very much loser mentality. A winner mentality never stops. Never stops winning the next event. Hey, could you please suggest me a good mid-range deck for a new player? A cheap one. A cheap mid-range deck. Unfortunately, mid-range deck are only 3 colors. So 3 colors decks want a lot of rares. I guess you could build a black-green deck, but it also has a lot of rares as well. I think if you want a cheap deck, it's just aggressive deck. Come on, opponent. Why did it take so long? It's just mono-white. Alright, let's go. I'm on the play. I'm on the play. And keep. We have a Loxodon. That's great. We're gonna win with Loxodon. Venerated Loxodon is the key to this deck. Yeah, I suggest you either mono red or mono white. You know, one of these decks. Alright, so I'm gonna play Adanto Vanguard. The reason why I'm playing Adanto Vanguard is that opponent cannot Banefire it. And next turn, I'm still gonna go for these. For my whole hand, basically. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Paradise Druid. And I'm gonna play my whole hand. Gonna pair the Donna's Bodyguard with the Lorune Enforcer. I'm gonna play Legion's Landing. I wish I would have drawn another 1-drop, but that's also fine. Because we draw Easter of Benalia. And then we pass the turn with our 1-mana Verdurous Gearhulk. Do you remember, guys, Verdurous Gearhulk? We have it in this format for 1 mana. But this format is so overpowered that a deck with the 1-mana Verdurous Gearhulk is not good enough. I ever played Battle Box before? I did, yeah. It's cool, but I don't know. I prefer cube draft, honestly. After it's better than just randomizing the cards. Alright, they have a 2-3, so this blocks the token, but doesn't block literally anything else. And if they double block my Lorune Enforcer, I'm fine with that. So I'm just gonna attack with the team, flip my thing, and then play my... Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I think about Selesnya tokens. It's fine, it's fine. You really need Gideon in that deck to deal with green-white tokens, though. Sorry, Simic Nexus, though. Izzet is cool as well, yeah. Finality would be rough. We would lose, that's fine. I'm not playing around the 2-of that they're fixing just with Paradise Druid. I don't even think they should board that card in, because their deck is... Their deck is literally 0 black sources, 2 find finality in the sideboard. And they only splash it with Paradise Druid. I can't think that they're board in find finality. For this exactly scenario, you know? Should I probably attack with the token as well? That would block very easily on the token. This would just get in for damage. I think Selesnya's token is a good deck. I do think so, but I think you need Gideon in that deck. Whereas in this one, it's just a sideboard card because you already have Banalish Marshal. Whereas in green-white tokens, it's weird. Should be a Sandier. And we have 0 cards on turn 4. Yeah, the list is the one from Zachary Keane of the Star City Game Open. He's like the best green-white tokens in the world. Plays word for good. What do they have that they did that block? Don't understand it. Oh, my Omen HP will never arrive. My Omen HP will never arrive. It was just a myth. The Omen said, you know what? We're gonna feel great, we're gonna say this thing, but then we're never gonna do anything. Which is cool, like, I mean, I can't complain about my win. We're gonna buy the life-size raptor. I don't understand why you keep on saying that thing. Are you the same person that said that? What does that mean, life-size raptor? Alright, they shock themselves. Sure, I'm gonna attack with all opponent. Mythic. I'm going to attack with all opponent. It was an ad when you were looking at the deck list? Ooh, okay.